Hello everyone and welcome to my Ascension Messages. My name is Bobbie and I will be your guide for today. Today I'm going to focus or concentrate on the tarot and the oracle cards with some channeling, and then we will do some free chat bar readings straight after the general. Anyone that's in the chat bar can just ask for a reading and I'll give you a small reading. I do this every week. And usually on Thursday mornings, but you know, Christmas and everything. So today is going to be Friday for me in Brisbane in Australia. I also have a school called AMAKEL. The link is down below. It's a Patreon school. It has a lot of telepathic games on it. A lot of fun, and some lessons as well. And I also have another channel called Codes to a New Reality, and that is, I just actually uploaded a little thank you kind of a video that's really beautiful. It's only a minute long, and it's just got a lovely message and a lovely vibe as well. So if you want to go check that out on my Codes to a New Reality channel. Yeah, it won't take much of your time, but maybe give you a bit of a, I don't know, spark in your life and make you feel good. Hey, Wade, good to see you. Let's go. Let's see what happens with the tarot and the oracles. Always, as per usual, you take what you feel is right for you, leave the rest behind for others, because it is a general. And I'm just going to tune into those that are watching and any messages that are coming through for you in this moment. Oh my gosh, it's really weird. I'm shuffling, but the cards are doing kind of like just sort of falling out. We have teacher that's come out first. Learning a new path. I'm not surprised to see that. It is something that is going to start to develop within humans in our consciousness as the path is actually being created from within us in the way that we think, in the way that we feel, in the way that we process life. All of this is shifting and changing. And this is why we're going through so much of this, you know, shadow work, which is, you know, things that are coming at you that you really don't like, and you have to like look at yourself instead of blaming others and that. And it's shifting us into, okay, how else can I create my world? Is it that I have to plan it all out like a logical mind would think, and then put it into action, you know, from the starting point to the finish point, and make sure it all goes smoothly each time? And it's like a bit of a process. And then there is this whole other process, the whole learning of a new path, where we are now instead going inwards, feeling a vibration that we want to magnetize towards us. Like we become the magnet of the path that is coming towards us. So we are literally being the creator of our next reality as we move along. This is a whole new way of thinking, because now we've got to readjust ourselves and say, you know, why have I been working so hard at what I've been working at and it hasn't been working for me? I'm still feeling like it's not working. Well, there could be that you're not resonating with the end result that you are really seeking. In other words, you have a block there. You have a feeling within yourself that's like, I really can't reach this. This is not for me. Maybe it's for somebody else. Maybe I'm not worthy, or even just it's never happened before. So what does that even feel like for it to work for me for the first time in my life? That sort of thing. That's literally you jumping off a proverbial cliff into the unknown, but you have to kind of resonate with it before you take the leap. Surround yourself with things that are resonating with you, as if you have created or made it, or whatever it is that you want your path to be like. Start to imagine that sort of thing. Readjust the way that you talk to yourself. All of that sort of thing is going to make a big difference as you learn to be, literally, it's like teacher, but you're the guide. You're teaching yourself before you can teach or guide others. And that's going to make a big difference. Then we have the emotional desert, inactivity and isolation. And I really feel like this is needed at this time until we readjust these neuron paths within our mind, like readjust ourselves. And so I suppose you could call this the Hermit card in tarot. But I think it's even more than that. Like, Hermit card is something of a wise person that looks within them to move forward, which is part of what I was talking about with a teacher. But I'm also feeling like this is like just a plateau of clearing everything in who you think you are and then where you actually want to be. And so you can resonate easier. So it's like seeing yourself as a blank canvas as you move forward. What kind of thoughts do you want to carry with you? What kind of people do you want to carry with you? What kind of lifestyle do you want to actually have? All of that has been readjusted. I know for myself, I'm going through all these different scenarios because I've been put in a situation where it's like I have this freedom. I do have some money. I have some wealth. I have something there as a backup, but I also don't have a home base. I've got a new car that Spirit's just given me, and it's really cool. And I'm setting it all up, and I'm thinking, maybe I could travel. Maybe I could do this. Maybe I could, is house sitting what I want to keep doing? And I'm like readjusting myself into, do I want to go visit all these sacred sites around Australia and take you guys on a journey? And I mean, there's all sorts of different things that I could think of. Do I want to start retreats? I'm really in this desert, emotional desert of just sitting here and going, trying out these new shoes, trying out these new thoughts, trying out, what does that feel like? What do I actually need physically for that to actually happen? Do I need to get super duper Wi-Fi, Starlink or something? And what do I actually need? So all of that is readjusting, but before we actually take that proverbial leap off the cliff, kind of need the space, this emotional desert, the space to just go, let's feel into it emotionally, into these different scenarios. So I think that a lot of us, I know I'm taking myself as an example, but with these cards coming up, I am feeling like there's this readjustment within your life. Your life might feel like it could change to something that is even better than what you were thinking. And they're telling me my team is telling me, if you don't know what that is, then let it go and see what comes towards you. Like, let it go and trust what is showing up for you in your path. Ask your guides and that sort of thing to give you a clearer path or something that might give you more passion and excitement for a next step. But I definitely feel like in 2026, we are going to be shifting and shuffling and shifting and using what is of advantage to us logically. Like, we now do have different things that we can use that are, you can literally buy anything off the internet now, and have it at your doorstep and stuff like that. So it's not like back in the 70s where there wasn't a lot that you could use that could allow you to be as free as what you could be now. Any case. So we have another card that's popped out as well. That's 25. Funny, it's a 7 too, which is like grounding your utopia on earth. To me, 7 is learning to ground your utopia on earth. You become the teacher. In the numerology, they are very good teachers, but they have to learn through the shadow work. They have to learn the hard way. They don't usually learn by somebody else telling them what to do. They usually learn by experience. Goddess of dreams, and it says vision, intuition, and receptivity. So goddess of dreams is more that feminine side of yourself and tuning into that, and how can that be an advantage to you? Ask yourself, how can my intuition be an advantage for me? And also in listening, as in communication with those that are maybe observing you in higher dimensions and helping you out, wanting to help you out. We've got the goddess of dreams, like obviously maybe your dreams could tell you how to take this next step and where you want to go with it. Leave your door open to all these different awarenesses and opportunities that maybe in the past, if you were learning or you're only going, through your life in a logical way, that would have not even come into part, where dreams can actually literally tell you things. My daughter, when she was only 4 years old, I had this plant book, and she opened up a page and said, I know that plant you can eat, because, and I said to her, why? And she said, because I dreamt that you can eat it. I know it. And so we have this kind of unusual wisdom that can come to us that's not linked to any books. It's something that your soul's powerful journey or understanding has gone on before this life maybe, and you can now link into it, just like the internet is a much faster communicative, logically based thing out there, where we're now sharing a lot of wisdom from each other. We also can link into our soul's advice, and our soul's advice might go even deeper than anything that's on the internet, but it's kind of like a knowing, and you will feel it. It's like I absolutely know this is for real. And you can't share that with someone else until you're telepathic. So that'll start getting shared when we become more advanced in ourselves, as living in a stiller mind, to be able to be aware of the communication that's available to us with the stiller mind. And that comes with a rebalancing of oneself. Stillness has to have rebalance. Stillness means that we're asking our logical brain to just shush for a while, so that our intuitive brain can subtly feel into new communication, and that is via the soul and understanding a lot more. But so then we end up having the stillness within ourselves. We can communicate with others in that way as well, telepathically through feeling base. But you can't feel into something if you're constantly shouting at it with your logical brain that you're useless, it's never going to work. Then, that's the path that you're taking. So this is a whole new shift in consciousness as we move along. Very powerful reading right off the bat. Hey there, Darren. Good to see you. Merry Christmas. And Falcon, Brett, I do free chat bar readings after this general reading. So just hang in there and I'll tune into you after. So I feel like getting one more card out of this deck for the general. Yeah, well, maybe two. Two have flipped over. So we have two. We have prophets and ancient seers, decisions, predictive guidance. And this is a very feminine power here that's starting to come up. But as in the prophets and that, it's very kind of got a witchy feeling to this card. But I do believe that when we start to tune into this, it doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine or whatever, we have both hemispheres in our brain, we can tune into that side of ourselves. As you start to clear a lot more, I know when I was in New Zealand and my team, got me to digging up gold, and I started to listen to them a bit more, and they were training my brain how to just find stillness. When that happened, I could predict things. It was like I knew when things were going to happen. I knew what was happening around me that was outside of my five senses. And it was so profound. So I think that this is going to be reawakening for many of us as we move along. And they're telling me to, as you watch, even this last week of this year, going into this next year, there's something about this shifting a lot for humanity's consciousness right here, right now. It's a massive shift, but it's an inner shift that's starting to take place. Some of us have really understood it and really got it and found that understanding that the power of the mind at a stillness and a rebalancing of oneself has awoken many of these prophet gifts within themselves as ancient seers. But then there's those that are just starting to get the hang, or just starting to see little glimpses of that feeling, of feeling stillness and living in the moment, where all of a sudden, oh, I don't feel the stress I do this morning is what I did yesterday. And the stress was all carried by that logical mind trying to find a path by still grabbing from the past. And it never works. It'll always go round in circles that way. So yeah, that. And then we have new beginnings, and not surprised, right? Archangel Phanuel, I think his name is. Hope, optimism, and new beginnings definitely coming for us. We're going to have understanding of who we are from a different way of thinking. It's definitely a different way of thinking as we go along. Okay, I'll see what else comes up for the general. Merry Christmas, Subby Nurse. Good to see you. And Making Living Art. Very cool. These new people, it's very good. Okay, so exhaustion. And it's funny because I put it down below the prophets and the agencies and the new beginnings in the corner over here. It was kind of like, this is what happens. Exhaustion, you will feel absolutely exhausted. Because when you, if you are only coming from a logical mind and you're not allowing that intuitive feeling-based side of yourself to even be heard, because it's like trying to juggle everything at the same time, and it's near impossible, and it just exhausts you. So the logical mind will go, well, you can't do that. That's impossible. That's never happened to you before in the past. So how is that going to happen? And don't listen to that feeling that could shift, that could happen. You could change your reality. Don't listen to that. Instead, tense your muscles up in your body and feel like you have to find a way through. And so you push, like you want a business to get off its ground or off the ground or something. And then you're like, I have to push it. And it's exhausting because you're still coming from that same feeling of I don't trust anything unless I have to really, really, really work hard. But this is how we've been expending our energy, and the so-called powers in charge who have created the illusion of this society base, this work hard for your money society, has actually formed around you a bubble of expectations of yourself to feel good about who you are, and the only way to do that is to work really hard. But they're ciphering off your energy. They're using your energy for what they have programmed you to believe to do. They've been mining the earth. They've been doing all sorts of things with you to try to create a reality for them that is all outside of themselves and making them feel like they're all that. That's why we have this crazy imbalance within the money sector of billionaires and homeless. It should never be like that, because when you tune into your power of your feminine side, of your feminine power and understanding, you, at the eyes of source energy, are exactly equal with everybody else. You're just going on a different journey, but your power is navigated by your sense of frequency, who you believe yourself to be. And so the rest of the world bends to that. But we're not taught that. We're only taught to expend physical energy, and it's tiring and it's exhausting. So all of this is going to be changing up in this next year to 26, as we start to realize we don't have to work that hard for what we can actually enjoy this life. This life is meant to be enjoyable. We're not worker bees. We're not worker ants. We're meant to be creators of our own reality. And each and every one of you is a leader for your own creation. You should all be feeling like you are the leader of your own reality that you're carving a path to. And there's nobody else that can take you off that path if you've already seen the shadows within yourself and given back to you what you really need as you move along in 2026. Don't rely on others to give to you what you need. You give to you what you need. Yes, there's going to be a interaction and collaboration, but we're talking about emotional needs here, emotional ties, and that sort of thing that we have with other people as codependency relationships. That's what I'm talking about, because that is always leaking out. Nobody can be there fully 100% for you, but if you know how to handle your emotions within yourself, then you can navigate your life very freely in this next stage as you go along. So yeah, 2026 for those that are watching. I'm literally doing a yearly reading without even trying. I didn't put it up that way, but I might have to change the title and change it to a 2026 reading, because that's what it really feels like. Harmony is coming into balance. With harmony comes playfulness. With playfulness comes, oh my God, I can enjoy my life. I don't have to have a life that is just stressing me out all the time and worrying about what's going to happen next. I can release, let go, and trust that my frequency will align me with what's next and where I need to go. And I do believe that I will be looked after in this world. When you start to feel like you will believe in that, you will start to see things show up in your path that make you feel safer and safer and safer. It is a natural thing, but we have been carving a path of stress, anxiety, worrying about the future, and that's because we're only coming from the logical sense of ourselves. It's only half of who we are, and that half of who we are is only meant to be here to enjoy a physical separated world. It's meant to understand that this physical material world exists so that we can play in it, but it's not supposed to be creating the next steps. That is alignment of your frequency that creates the next steps. It's crazy. Thanks for that little donation there, 100 years from now. I am going to do some free chat bar readings soon. I always do a general first. Okay, what other messages are coming up for us? Friendliness in reverse, but I don't like these cards to be in reverse. I'm going to turn it up, but I will take that into note. So there could be some sort of people in your life that you were deciding they were friends for you in the past, but they were friends as a codependency sort of a relationship, and so you might get rid of those people and open a space for what's coming in that is aligning with you taking back your own emotional stability, and you're not relying on somebody else to be that emotional counterpart anymore. And then the next people that's come in as friends will be more to do with you and your creative journey, your creative path, what you actually want to create in this world. Are you on the same path as each other? That sort of thing. And so now we're working together. Now we're really working together. We're not relying on each other for something. We're actually carving a path that feels resonant or feels right for us. It excites us. We're passionate about it. It's our authentic truth of how our soul feels good about being here in this body. And then the next person who comes along has a similar path to you, where maybe you could even help each other, and you're really excited about the same path that you're moving along. And so that means that we'll switch these friends, codependency friends, up to an actual real friend coming through. I'm still feeling like this is coming up for us in 2026. It's a whole new game that we're moving towards. Nice. Let's see if there's anything else coming up, and then we will open the chat bar reading. We have the source, so not surprised to see this as well, because we have a whole new energy that's navigating through humanity's consciousness, coming from the solar flares, central galaxy. We've got all these new ways of thinking because of these new energies that are aligning with us. It was like an inverted depression within humanity's consciousness that wanted to shift their reality. They screamed out for help, and ended up with all these other beautiful souls being birthed into humanity's consciousness from high dimensions. And as they started to come in, they started to readjust and themselves. They weren't relying on their outside the person who was bringing them up. They readjusted themselves. They aligned with something more than outside what they've been told or taught through schools and stuff like that. And their intuition and their empathy was so high that they could connect to their soul. So they started to shift. And with it's all a same reflection. The sun, the sun starts to shift and morph as well into expanding its energy field to a higher vibration of love. And so we have to meet those higher vibrations of love as the solar flares actually hit us. So this is going to keep going, and it will go in waves through 2026. We're moving through the fires, literally. And then it will pull back, and then it will start again. And each one is going to be quite intense for the whole of humanity's like a collective that's coming up in waves as well. So it's not like everyone is going to come up into these higher dimensions and understandings about themselves, and that they can navigate their truth and their new path through a different way. They are going to, it's not all going to happen together. It's going to come in waves. So yeah, there's going to be so many people coming at the same time. My God, I'm really tuning in here. So many people coming in at the same time, and then a bigger wave, and then a bigger wave. This is what I'm kind of seeing. And it's the same with the solar flares that are hitting us as well. So that in the end, we are just, oh my God, we all get it. If we all came together, it would be like trying to fit everything through an hourglass all at the same time. It's like one starts to fall through that hourglass, it pulls everybody else through, but we all can't come in at the same time through that, because it would be too big a shift. We would have too much of a catastrophic event happening worldwide, and that will mean that the whole of humanity's consciousness will die off this planet, and a whole new birth of something else will come in. But we don't want that. We want humanity to come. So it has to be a gradual thing. We want to stay in these bodies, just morph them into a different experience by using two naturally given paths of our brain, using our intuitive feminine side and our masculine side, and unifying as one together as we move through. Oh my gosh. Okay. They're really taking advantage of this reading. I can feel them strongly. Very cool. Thank you for those my AMAKEL school and those links that I have going. Okay, here we go. We will open up the chat bar for some free readings. And while I'm doing that, I'll get one animal card for the general. So if you just say yes, please, then I'll give you a free reading. I don't usually, with these little free mini readings, I don't usually tune into problems and stuff like that. I just give you a free reading of your energy alignment and what's needed in this moment. That's how I work. But if you want to follow one-on-one reading, I will go into everything. So yes. If you are leaving after this because you're not in the chat bar, then thank you so much for being part of this journey with me weekly. Every week I do this, and if you are staying, some of these chat bar readings might be for you as well. So here we go. We have a couple that's fallen out for the animal cards for the general. We have happiness, sea otter. We definitely are moving towards more happiness, but we're starting to realize we're the ones, our own self. We have to create this reality from within ourselves for it to mirror outside of ourselves as well. But, you know, the sea otter, they do use devices. I mean, they use things outside of themselves, and like they knock their food on, or nuts or anything on their stomach to try to break open shells and stuff off rocks that they have on their stomach. I've seen them do that in videos. So, yeah, very nurturing card. Be the master of your playful living. And that's come out like with this harmony card, and I always see the harmony card as two dolphins playing. That's very playful energy as well. And good luck. So yeah, we are going to create our own luck now. And you watch, everything's going to shift because of those that are doing this work. And it's going to expand. And why not have everybody have good luck? why not have everybody have a really great life? We want to move all of this up together, but I don't want to be at the top of a high, energy all by myself. It's lonely up here. And you want everyone to come up with you and feel really good about themselves and start creating a whole new path together. But I do feel like there's luck coming for quite a few of us that are in this understanding of ourselves. Okay, free chat bar readings. Anyone who wants one? Okay, we've got a few here. We have Falcon Bread. Just checking in to see what kind of cards I want to use. I'll get the tarot. I think I'll get the tarot. Okay, Falcon Bread 5, 4, 6, 1. Like meaning of life. Why is that coming up? Meaning of life. Truth be spoken. We have the Queen of Swords that's come out for you, but we have also the Three of Cups too. Truth which will uncover or unveil something. I think that I do feel though that you are determined now to find a better path, and to do that sometimes we have to go through a little bit of turmoil or something that shows up that says, yeah, this was the wrong path. It's kind of like truth be spoken, and you're not sure if someone is speaking the truth or not. And so I'm going to put my sword down and, in other words, say to the universe, I need to know, no matter what the circumstances, I need to know the truth. And then all of a sudden this unfailing will happen, where you might have to go through a bit of a moment, because you see the truth for what it really is, but it's actually going to help you in this next stage of, I'm worth more than this, I'm worth more. And so I think that there's some sort of truth coming out for you in this next stage. But it's something about you asking, and it's to do with your life and your life's mission, or your life wanting to improve, or something to do with that. Okay, so I will leave it there at the moment. Yeah, otters carry a favorite rock and break showers with it in the pouch. It's cool. It is cool. Okay. Who else has said yes? It's Christmas. Wade. Okay, so hot here in Australia. It's so hot. I'm starting to sweat, and I was just realizing I don't have my aircon button with me. But, oh well, we'll carry through it. I start to beat up sweat on my brows because it's just muggy as here. And it's so weird how weird this weather has been, because it's muggy here, right, really hot, and yet on Christmas Day, for the first time ever in Tasmania, which is an island at the bottom of Australia, was snow. It was snowing in Tasmania, and it is summer here, so that was really weird. And that was on Christmas Day, so you could kind of see the split happening even in the weather in Australia. Okay, back to you, Wade. Sorry. Wade. Wade, tuning into Wade. Okay. Just wondering if any, oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so Wade, we have the Queen of Cups that's fallen out for you. It's on its side. Emotional release. I think that when there's moments in your life where you start to get a little, logically, it goes off kilter. You may be trying to push too hard or something. They're asking you to breathe and really feel into your heart space, because this is going to give you opening of a whole new path for you to understand that you can navigate your thinking even better. I think that it's like they're bringing me to people who meditate. Maybe you do meditate or whatever, but they're bringing me to someone who learns to meditate through life at every given moment. In other words, you can at any moment, I think they're teaching you how to at any moment go into alpha state, so that you can connect to the right decisions, or feeling that you are moving in a correct way through this next phase of your life, and it's coming more from your heart space. If we say to ourselves, well, I'm going to meditate for an hour, half an hour a day, 20 minutes a day, that should be enough. It's kind of like, well, that's subsiding to now meditating as you move along at any given moment. You can switch from beta to alpha, or beta to theta, whatever you choose. Then you're really starting to get the hang of this. You don't have to shut down. You're actually living, and you can then tune in. So you might even have an ability of channeling coming up for you. You have the sun, so definitely these solar flares are literally impacting you at the moment. And you have the Page of Pentacles as well. So this is a new, vulnerable part of trying something different, trying something new. But we also have the Three of Swords still tucked in there. I don't usually pull out that many cards, but this is what happens, so I'll go with it. And I'm feeling like tucked in, and maybe within you, there's been some sort of heartbreak that's happened that's kind of still tainting your energy a little bit as you move along, and getting you to get out of it. It's such a way that it's going to be water off a duck's back. If anything like that ever happens again, it's not going to affect you as much. But yeah, that's definitely teaching you a big, huge life lesson of shifting your way that you're moving through life. That's how I'm picking it up. Okay, hey Miramali, good to see you in the chat bar too. Who else have we got here? Wait, Mr. Sabaku 78. If I ever say anyone's names wrong, sorry about that. I am dyslexic. I'm not very good when I'm getting better. Let's say that. I am trying to teach myself that I'm getting better. I use it as my excuse all the time. I'm getting better. Okay, Mr. Sabuku. Watching what you say as maybe something too. Just be aware of what words you use. Because I was really feeling into that as I was tuning into you, and I was like, the words that we use, because they are casting so-called spells out to the world. What you say, you could think one thing and then you can say another, and then the person can get it all wrong because you're getting it all wrong. You're confused with what you're saying and what you're thinking at the same time. See, when we're telepathic, we think and we feel and we project the same thing all the time. It's all one. There is no lies and deceptions and stuff. It is pure. Is who we are. Is what we are bringing forth. And people are mainly afraid of telepathy because they're afraid of their own minds being leaked out, because they want to keep it secret to what they're actually saying. Now, I'm bringing all this up because it's something to do with. It's not to do with you being deceiving or anything like that, but it's more to do with up leveling yourself because we still do have where people will draw out what we say to them and what their expectations are. And if you're empathic, you'll tend to say what they're expecting rather than what you're feeling. And I know I've done that a lot. I had to really watch that. So then we speak something and we're thinking, it's not really how I'm feeling, but I feel like that person wants me to say it. Something like that. And I think they just want you to re-look at that. Sabuku, Mr. Sabuku. I haven't picked a card for you yet, so I'm still here. I'm going to pick a card to see what happens. Oh my gosh. 2 fell out. We have the 9 of Cups and we have the Emperor. So the Emperor is a very grounded person. He knows who he is. He stands his ground, but he can be a little rigid at times as well. You can just go straight to the core and the guts of things and just go, that's how we're doing it. And I'm not going to, very dogmatic kind of a personality as well. We're going to go that way and that's it. Coupled with the 9 of Cups is like, there is wishes within your heart that wants to come true. It's like, I have something that's more in line with more of a gentler side of yourself, a very feminine side of yourself that wants to come through. And that's where the wishes are going to happen, rather than this very stern kind of, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, it's literally your two sides of yourself, seeing what's going to be best and how you're going to, how's it going to be best to navigate through your life. And I would go with this because this is an alignment of the Nine of Cups, wishes coming true. Have a crack at your intuitive side. Have a crack at your feeling-based side. Have a crack at where your heart's feeling at the moment. Ask yourself what's going to make your heart feel better. Because I think you've got this down pat. I think you've got that logical mind. It's down pat. It knows what it's doing. So you can ask it to just subside for a little bit and see how this feminine power rises for you in your next stages. Okay. Now we've got sagginess or sagginess. Don't know. Sagginess. We have the Magician card that's flown back into the deck. So this is what's wanting to come out for you. You have all the tools. You already know within yourself what you need for your next steps, or what you need to create your next world, the reality that you want to go into. I feel like you already have. It's like you have all the tools, but it's like, how do I piece them all together? They show me like a jigsaw puzzle. How do I piece all this together? You've gone through enough shadow works, you've done quite a bit on yourself, self-improvement, all of that sort of stuff. And it's like, how does this all come together? That's the kind of feeling I'm getting from you. How does this come together? I feel like, Six of Wands, like you want victory. This did come in reverse. You definitely want victory. And it is coming, because Six of Wands, when it comes out, says that victory is on the horizons, even if it is in reverse in my books. But it's like, how do I actually climb up on that horse and make this move, this work? There's something about, I am getting that feeling of that emotional desert card in the general, where you're just kind of sitting there and have a go at it, have a crack at it, different things, imagine different things, feel into different things, and then you'll all of a sudden get so excited about some new adventure or way you want to go that you'll just go, that's it, I know I'm doing it. And once your logical mind agrees with your feminine side, that would really make your soul sing, then that's when it's just going to take off real fast. Yeah. Okay, Tama. Tama. You're welcome, Mr. Sabuki. Okay, Tama. Too many cards. I mean, that was about 7 or 8 cards. It's just too many. It's 1 or 2, please. Too many cards again. Really interesting. It's like, do you want everything all at once? Now that I've said that, maybe that was, because now we have 2 cards that flicked out. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Like, you can hear me shuffle, right? Look what came out. Exactly the same cards as before for the other person. So whatever I said for the other person is definitely for you as well. I do feel that you've got like something that you, like, play the game. I feel like you want everything to happen at once though, because everything was coming out. It's like, if one thing happens, it all has to happen. It's like, but they're saying just hold back a little bit and feel into the wish that you want to come true, and the fact that you know how to work your logical mind as well, and how this can actually play out. I know, and I also feel you want something else more than that, but I'm just feeling like there's something to do with you figuring this out yourself. I will choose Wisdom, Inspiration, Akashic Records. Yeah, there's something to do with you tuning into more, or finding out who you really truly are. Deep dive into yourself, coming up and finding something new. but it's something to do with you needing to figure this out for yourself. And I can give you all the tarot cards in the world, but until you really feel it, there's something about that. And the message will fall on deaf ears until you actually feel the power of who you are at on the feminine side. There's something about your power coming through, and you're just going to get it. Yeah, I'm getting a little confused with this, like, I don't know why. Just do something for fun. Do fun stuff for yourself. I think that's really important for you at the moment. Do more fun things. Don't focus on the end result too much. Just sit in the fun. Okay, making living art. Sorry, that was a bit disconnected. Making living art. I'm feeling a really nice, calming kind of a feeling with you. I'm bringing up my daughter, who's a really easygoing natured person. Everyone loves her because she's so easygoing. And it's kind of like you tuning into this vibration. You have the King of Wands in reverse. It's almost like the action's not needed at the moment. It'll happen when it's meant to happen. It's all going to happen when it's okay. Don't try to push anything. It's all going to happen when it's meant to happen. And I think you're starting to get this, because I'm feeling this kind of lightness in my heart of it's okay. It's just okay. But look at the Seven of Swords and the Two of Swords, which is more to do with the mind and deceiving minds, mind games, covering up oneself and not feeling like you know which choice to make and all of that sort of stuff. I feel, though, that you are getting the hang of this. You're starting to navigate through your icky, logical mind that's taken a charge too much. And you are navigating, you are going to start taking action, but it's coming from, I just feel this really easy going, it's all good now, feeling. Whether this is a shift that you're coming into and that you've been working with the mind a lot, trying to figure stuff out, but it's going to do you good. It's definitely going to do you good. Surrender. You have this surrendering feel, and it's on my left-hand side, which is more to do with that masculine energy, the King of Wands, like wanting to do something. It's like, meh, it's okay. Yeah, I'm just feeling into you a lot. Okay. What have we got here? Celtic. Okay, Celtic. Celtic, you have the Six of Cups coming up. But there's these other ones. We have the Moon in reverse. There's something in reverse. You know, with this card, I'm feeling like there's somebody in your reality, maybe a relation or a friend, that has the key component to help you. And it's like when you surrender to that, you don't have all the answers, but somebody else outside of you does. It's like when all the answers start to come for you and you end up with like replenishment, everything going smoothly. So there might be somebody around you that it's not that it's to teach you to trust again in more than what you have within your storyline. Trust that others, and hello you do because you trust in me, but it's like there's something about this person. Maybe you've been in gripes with them up till now, and now it's like I'm going to start to see you in a different way or a different light. It's going to shift you. Maybe something like that. I'm kind of feeling like I'm coming a little unhinged. It's getting really, really hot. I might have to just leave it here. I'll do Maramali. but I am getting really overheated and I need my aircon on. I'll do Maramali. Okay. We have the Page of Cups. I just want to be honest with you guys. If I'm not feeling 100%, I'd rather say that. But Page of Cups in reverse, it's like, and the other two cups, well, it was the Two of Cups is in reverse as well. Seven of Wands. So yeah, something, Two of Cups in reverse. You might have maybe somebody around you, you're like querying whether it's the right thing to do or to believe them or something like that. And it's actually awakening you to trusting in your own intuition even more, because you're going with your feelings rather than what has been shown to you outside of you. And when you go with your feelings, you have a lot more connection or communication or wisdom coming through that's going to help you navigate. So I think that there's a little test happening that's with somebody, Two of Cups, and that card of, you know, I have to defend myself. I have to be careful or cautious with this. And then it's going to open you up to a gift coming, but it's all new. So the gift, I feel, is you really realizing that you can trust your intuition. It was spot on. So you might get that quite a few little things happening where your intuition needs to kick in. Okay, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you here because it really is getting hot. I'm sticky as, and the cards are sticking as well. So I will love you and leave you, but I will be live again next week. And I might even go live on Monday again and see what happens channel-wise. I just want to keep on flowing with this and see what days I want to do this year. I feel like changing it all up a bit. But, yeah, love you guys. Until next time. Bye.